So I think we're going to start off with a little skit from Kelly and
All right.
present the problem of evil.
Experiment theater. Alright, I shall be playing the part of God. And he shall be a philosopher. And I'll just read what's in quotations. Yeah. I am the Lord thy God, all loving, all powerful, and all knowing.
Surely not. I look at this world and see a horrible disease, hunger, starvation, mental illness, yet you don't stop it. Is it that you don't? In which case you're not all-powerful. Is it because you don't know about it? In which case you're not all-knowing. Perhaps you don't want to. In which case you're truly not all-powerful.
Such impudence! It is better for you that I don't stop all this evil, for you need to grow morally and spiritually, for that you need the freedom to do evil as well as good, and to confront the chance of the occurrence of suffering. How could I have possibly made the world better without taking away your freedom to grow?
Easily. First, you could have designed this so we feel less pain. Second, you could have made sure that we have more empathy to prevent us from doing evil to others. Third, you could have made us better learners so we didn't have to suffer so much to grow. Fourth, you could have made nature less cruel. Do you want me to go on?
I smote you.
Smoking like a tree.
Good time to do this. Just missed the whole introduction. Maybe you guys, thanks for coming.
Yes. Yay!
Okay, I'm going to pass around some flyers about what we're going to be talking about today. You guys just walked in. Kelly and Chris gave a skit about the topic today. It's going to be the problem of evil. And I am God. You shouldn't have let me do it. It's 3 pages a set. Okay. And so today's topic's pretty meaty. There's a lot of stuff. First, I want to start off by a little rule of censorship. Anybody who's a little uncomfortable with being filmed on camera, being put on YouTube to be displayed in public, let me know right now. The camera's still going to go by your face. We're just going to superimpose a big picture of a philosopher up your face. So just let me know. So by show of hands.
Hey, what's up? Where have you been?
Show of hands.
Oh, you already know my position.
I know you and still behind you, right? Okay, everybody else is cool? Sweet. All right, I'm kind of going to read just some points that I listed, and I'm going to give a brief introduction about the problem of evil, and then we're just going to get right into the cheese whiz. So I'd like to welcome any new members to this unofficial meeting. So new members, we can also recognize us, so stand up, and then just tell us your name and why you're here today.
Just a quick remark. Some sessions ago, we had a sign-in sheet that I think was drafted by Edward, and since his departure, we haven't.
Yeah,
Do we need a sign-in sheet for the unofficials?
I don't think we do. That's what I was going to say.
It's
That.
just nice to keep a tab on who
Yeah.
come back next Thursday for the official meeting.
We'll definitely try to be more efficient in these sort of matters.
Maybe an efficient
during
meeting.
the fall.
Well, we can still send around a passing sheet. I mean, that's not harmful. So
Send it back one.
yeah, cool. Marjorie's going to send around a paper.
My name is Julio. I'm here because I'm a history major / philosophy major. But I've taken so many philosophy classes and I really dig them. So when I heard there was a philosophy class, someone told me, and I can say who, but I said I'd definitely check it out, and I had a chance to check it out. So that's why I'm here.
I've been
Well, very good. Welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is Mona. I'm carpool with him, so that's not my
I've never taken but
I'm interested in learning.
I
You
count?
can just film yourself. You just turn it on.
My name is Michael, and I'm a part of the philosophy club, but I haven't been here for a long time. It's like the second meeting I've been to, so that's it.
Hello, I'm Jonathan. I know Dave for quite some time now, and like most of the guys, I'm interested in this type of topics, for this teaching, so that's why I'm here. I need to my bike. So when I get a chance, I'll try to come.
Okay. Now we get started a little bit on the cheese. I'll give you a brief introduction now about the. Oh yes, and who has the problem of evil sheets, handouts? I'll just pass them back that way. For any of the new members that come in, just pass it to them. Okay, today our topic is the problem of evil, and I will explain that in more detail once we get started. I anticipate that most of you may be eager somewhere in the discussion to employ your religious views, and thereby kind of move us off topic from the structure of this discussion. So I'm going to be brutally forthright, hopefully, in halting your comments if it kind of leans astray a little bit. And hopefully, so I'm not the only one villainized. Maybe one of you guys want to just help me out. If you notice somebody is just employing their own religious view, so as not to create some sort of hostile environment, it's just, sever it from the vein. Okay, and unless there are notable exceptions, of course, if somebody needs to briefly, and I mean briefly, just describe their religious background in order so we get an understanding how you're contributing to the discussion, then feel free. Now, we can begin now. So, briefly, by show of hands, who's familiar with the problem of evil? Okay, so most of you? Not all of you? Okay. And, okay, so if you guys want to start looking at page 1, and you'll notice the subheading, why a good God allows suffering. And I think it'd be helpful if we started by just writing this down. So when I refer to the 4 premises, we could actually have the discussion and we'd have something visually to look at. So, there's a marker.
There are no markers. No
I have a marker. It's okay.
Good thinking.
Okay, so God is said to be, well, there are many theistic and atheistic arguments for and against the existence of God. There are positive atheistic arguments as well as just plain refutations. So we're going to start with a positive argument, which is the problem of evil. And you basically get to the conclusion that God doesn't exist.
Or is unworthy of worship.
Yeah, okay. So first, to do this, you have to say on one hand what God is. And so you have to list him by concrete definition. So if we do that by the Judeo-Christian tradition, so as to label this deity by being omnibenevolent, omnipotent, omniscient, and so all loving, all powerful, and all, this sounds better when I was kind of putting it into myself. Okay, so one, he has all the power. He knows everything. And he's all good or all loving. Yeah. Okay, and then so lastly, we have the contradictory premise that evil exists. So the contradiction comes, well, if there is such a deity who actually loves you, and he knows the situation you're going through, and he has the power to stop it, why doesn't he? Or it, or whatever you like to call God. And so evil then is a problem that internally contradicts it. So what you want to do is really define what evil is, and that's what I think we're going to open the discussion to right now. So usually by convention we start with moral and natural evils, although that's not limited to. So if any of you guys want to start talking about any other ideas about what they interpret evil to be, I guess we'll start with whoever.
I interpret the worst evil as others harming others. I mean, I know that there are natural evils, like the earthquakes and tsunamis and volcanoes and stuff like that. Those would be natural. But I think, I don't know, evil would be people inflicting harm upon each other to me.
So that's strictly, if I could put that in a category, that sounds, one person inflicting harm to another person, it's done with intention, volition. So there is an act of morality going on. So we call those moral evils.
Okay.
Are you going to go with the structure of how we categorize it? And what about natural evils?